we are proud of them.
Yes. The next great personality is Saint Teresa of Kolkata or Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa was a Catholic nun who spent most of her life in the service of the poor in India. She was born in 1910 as Agnes Gonza Bojaxio in Macedonia. Okay, so what was Mother Teresa's name? It was Agnes Gonza Bojaxio in Macedonia. Now what is Macedonia? It is now called as Republic of Macedonia. At the age of 18, she joined the Sisters of Loreto in Ireland, an Irish community of nuns with missions in India. After receiving training in Dublin, she came to India where in 1931. So when did she come to India? She came in 1931. She took her initial vows as a nun. Vows means they take a promise to become a nun, that they will not be getting married throughout their life and they will serve for the humanity. She began teaching at St. Mary's School for Girls in Kolkata and continued it for 17 years. Mother Teresa was upset to see the poverty around her. So poverty means what? The poor people who are around her. That is, when she came to India, she saw poor people and she was very worried and upset. She decided to serve the poorest of poor in the slums. That means there are poor people, but in the slum areas there are more poor people. So Mother Teresa wanted to help them. She gave up her nun's habit, that is dress, and started wearing a white sari with the blue border. So mostly nuns wear white gowns. But later Mother Teresa, after she settled in India, she changed her habit of wearing her gown and she used the blue sari with the, white sari with the blue border. Okay. Then Mother Teresa founded the Missionaries of Charity in 1950, whose primary task was to look after those people who had no one. So mostly the orphan people who had nobody in their family, they were left alone. Mother Teresa started helping them. In 1952, she opened Nirmal Hriday, a home for the sick, poor and dying. Her group till today manages home for people dying of diseases such as HIV or AIDS, leprosy and tuberculosis. They also run many dispensaries, clinics, orphanages and schools. Okay, and she also taught poor children, basic hygiene activities, because in the poor areas they do not know how to keep themselves clean. So she used to teach them how to be clean. She received many honors for the services to humanity, such as the Roman Magsaysay Peace Prize, Nehru Peace Prize and the Nobel Peace Prize. She received India's highest civilian award, that is Bharat Ratna, in the year 1980. The Roman Catholic Church declared her as a saint in 2016 at the Vatican City. APJ Abdul Kalam. The full form of APJ is Awul Pakir Zainul Abidin Abdul Kalam. He was a famous scientist who was the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. So students, you should remember this. Dr. Abdul Kalam was the President. He was 11th President of India. He was known as the People's President due to his popularity among the common people. So what was he known as? People's President. Abdul Kalam was born to a humble family in Tamil Nadu in 1931. His father was a boatman. See, his father was a boatman, but he was a scientist and then he became a president. So, students, whichever family you belong to, yes, it is your hard work and dedication. If you study well, yes, you can become a big personality and serve the nation. At school, Abdul Kalam was an average student, but he worked very hard. He loved mathematics and physics. So which were the subjects that Mr. Abdul Kalam liked? It was mathematics and physics. During his school years, he sold newspapers to support his family. See how hardworking he was? He sold the newspapers and earned money and helped his family. In 1954, he completed his graduation in physics from the University of Madras. Now it is called as Chennai. Okay. And specialized in aeronautical engineering at Madras Institute of Technology. Okay, so he was specialized in aeronautics. That means they were engineers of aeroplanes. As the project director at the ISRO, okay, the full form is Indian Space Research Organization. He contributed to the development of India's first indigenous satellite launch vehicle, that is Std V. It successfully injected the Rohini satellite in the Earth's orbit in July 1980. At the Defence Services also he gave a lot of contribution. At the Defence Research and Development Organization, he was the person behind the development and operations of many successful guided missiles, because this helped us to fight with the other nations in case of emergency. Like for example, if some country is attacking us, these missiles will help us to counter attack. So even in defense also, many missiles were made by Dr. Abdul Kalam. The names of the missiles were Agni and Prithvi. Thus he was often known as the Missile Man of India. So there are so many names given to him. People's President and also Missile Man of India. He played an important role in Pokhran II nuclear test as the scientific advisor to the defense minister. Okay, then while he was the president of India, he used to donate his entire presidential salary to a trust. Okay, so he did not take the salary of his president, okay, as he was president. So he used to donate the whole salary to a trust named as Pura. That means the full form is Providing Urban Amenities to Rural Areas. That means rural areas means to the villages he used to provide many amenities. Amenities means facilities, because in villages there is less facility for education. So he used to give his salary there. Abdul Kalam wrote many books such as Wings of Fire, Ignited Minds, Unleashing the Power Within India, India 2020, A Vision for the New Millennium, You Are Born to Blossom, and many others. He received many awards. He received Bharat Ratna in 1997. Okay students, even Mother Teresa received Bharat Ratna, and one more person who received Bharat Ratna was APJ Abdul Kalam. We all have an important role to play in our country's development and take it to new heights. All this is possible if we educate ourselves. Exercise A in textbook. Complete exercise B and C in your classroom.